But ITV wouldn't hold on to its prize for long. In 1992, Rupert Murdoch's satellite channel Sky Sports offered the newly formed Premier League £38 million a year and blew ITV out of the water.
They won because Rupert Murdoch wanted to win and was prepared to pay any price for winning. There was so much more money in paid television, and it was worth so much more to them compared to what it was worth in advertising revenue to ITV, that it was inevitable.
Remember, of course, this isn't the end of your live football on Sky Sports. It's red now!
Murdoch called the football a battering ram to break into the market.
That's nice from him.
His huge investment attracted new subscribers and took his B-Sky B company out of debt and into profit for the first time. Satellite broadcasting had become a serious player and a serious competitor for viewers and advertisers. ITV found itself in a fight that would change the shape of British broadcasting, and ITV with it. One thing that had to change was ITV's traditional structure. In an international media market, the regional companies that made up ITV were small and commercially vulnerable. The major players took the initiative in restructuring. It took 10 years, 2 acts of parliament, hostile takeovers, friendly mergers and huge lawyers' bills. But eventually, ITV plc replaced almost all of the old patchwork.
Where we are today is an ITV that's on the front foot, an ITV that really is driving the agenda. And we just couldn't do that as a federal structure. It was virtually impossible to do it. There was 15 different agendas, and you just couldn't make decisions quickly enough. Now we can.
In the 90s, television channels proliferated. ITV recognised it could no longer rely on a single terrestrial network. The future was satellite. The future was digital. In 1998, ITV launched its new service, On Digital. It seemed a good idea at the time.
3, 2, 1.
Expectations were high.
This box will change the way you watch telly forever.
But things didn't go quite according to plan.
The things that went wrong were that we were in partnership with Sky, and unfortunately the regulator wouldn't allow Sky to be a partner, and effectively that put us on a collision course with Sky, ultimately commercially. They became an aggressive competitor and they started giving away boxes, and that became much more difficult. Secondly, the licence that we took, the regulator thought we would be able to get 80% coverage in the country. And when we actually started operating it, only half the people in the country could actually receive the signal. And that was a big issue for us.
In 2001, On Digital was rebranded as ITV Digital.
We should get on digital.
Yeah, you're right, we should get on digital.
Except there isn't an on digital. It's now called ITV Digital.
But it wasn't enough. After another year, it went under with debts of £1,000 million.
It was a very painful process. Making the decision to close it was a very painful process.
There is another side to ITV. More adrenaline.
But other digital ventures have fared better. ITV2, a youth-oriented entertainment channel, and ITV3, offering classic and contemporary drama, rank 1 and 5 on the Freeview platform, while ITV1 is the leading commercial channel.
It allows us to give something for everyone all the time, whereas if you've only got one channel and you're trying to provide something for everyone, then basically that becomes more difficult. So 2, 3 and news really add to the family.
ITV is no longer the only company delivering commercial broadcasting to the people of Britain. Competition has intensified, channels have multiplied, and the pressure is on. The real question is, how is this going to affect the programmes that we watch?
I think it's on a bridge between the old days of public service and the pure market-driven commodity type of television that you see in America.
I think the definition of what we mean by public service broadcasting is going to change. It will include the very high levels of original programming that ITV schedules, and it will include a clear commitment to making 50% of the programmes that we currently broadcast outside of the London area. And I think those are new components to what we mean by public service broadcasting compared to what we meant 10 or 15 years ago.
I passionately believe it should not only be the BBC that provides public service broadcasting, and I do think that we in ITV have unique talents, skills and infrastructure to provide public service broadcasting going forward, but we do have to have a funding model that works.
The idea for this series of programmes on ITV came in a rather unlikely place, here, behind me, in the House of Lords, when we were debating the future of broadcasting in this country about 18 months ago. I thought then, and I think now, that the contribution of ITV was unjustly underrated and not very well understood. In its own way, it's as unique and as British as the BBC. No other broadcasting company in the world has combined great commercial hits, as we've seen, with high-quality public service programmes, as we've also seen. Over the past few years, it's been very difficult. Advertising stopped, competition has increased, there have been self-inflicted wounds, and the television landscape has changed massively and is changing at an accelerating speed. But ITV still has 50 years of tradition and expectation, and it still draws in great talents. It has the will and the confidence, I think, to set out for another 50-year stint. Nobody can predict what that story will be, but I can predict I won't be here to present it. I hope some of you will be here to watch it.